What's up, everyone?
Hey.
We are live. So I've got a friend watching with me today, guys. Everyone, this is Kevin. What's up, Kevin?
Hey guys. Love to be on.
So today we're going to be watching Hell House LLC. Actually, you know what's crazy? Lauren is the one that turned me on to this movie.
Yeah. They are a huge fan of this entire series, as am I. This movie is a seminal idea of why found footage is still such a great genre in horror and how to do it right.
That is damn right. It was like, wow, I was blown away by this. Unfortunately, today, I don't have that sexy Blu-ray. So just going to be streaming this on Shudder. I know technology, you have things like that, but I'm old school, kind of like, holding that disc in my hand.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I know, like, you can't even go to Walmart at this point and be able to see a fully staffed. And what's sad is Walmart's probably the last place, because Best Buy quit selling Blu-rays.
Completely. That's so wild to me. Physical media might make a comeback as people get tired of the restrictions on physical or not on streaming stuff. We'll see. But yeah.
I mean, I agree. It's easier to be able to, play it on there, but I don't know. I guess I'll always be kind of old school. Like,
well, no, that's fine. The licensing thing, if you stream or store something, you don't physically actually own it.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies have had to admit recently that if you own a video somewhere else on Google or a game on Steam, you own the license, not the property. So,
yeah, crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't people they actually bought like stuff on like the PlayStation Store and they don't even have access to that, you know? So that's just like,
yeah, it's nuts. If the servers shut down, you're out of luck.
Yeah. Just no. That's not for me.
Physical media is the way to go. You're on it, dude. You're on the right track.
Cool. So this will be my second time to watch. And I've not watched the sequels. Have you watched the sequels?
I've watched everything having to do with Hell House. I will say that the whole series is worthwhile. They have their ups and downs, not to get too into detail on which ones are the ups and downs, but this one is definitely out the gate a great highlight and like what you hold the rest of the series against for a reason.
Nice. This one's great.
It's insane. Love it.
So what we'll do is we'll get you guys time to get in here, and we'll set up. We'll be playing. Looks like Shudder's version is 1 hour and 31 minutes and 23 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I got my water. I'm ready. I got some wine in the fridge. I might have to make this a special occasion and actually drink some of the wine.
We'll see.
One of my friends, actually, if you guys don't know, Kevin is one of my game masters. I shared when we were playing Mothership this weekend. I shared it on my Instagram, and actually had one of my friends on there was like, "Hey, you guys stream this?" He was like interested in what we were doing there in Mothership.
Man, we might. I don't know when next we're going to run Mothership, but I plan on running quite a bit more of that. So that might be a cool thing to do because that game needs way more exposure than it has.
Oh, for sure. And it was so stressful. It was just like,
intense. Right.
Oh, yeah.
For me too. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, it wasn't about beating up the monsters, like running like hell and finding a way to get out.
Yeah.
Just
it was the classic slasher. It's like, it literally was like, you can't kill it. Literally. Nope. And if you don't see it die, it doesn't count. So, but you guys were smart. You knew your slasher stuff too well. You all lived through it. And it was crazy.
Jezebel, she's still out there.
Dang, the chase line still lives on.
I know.
For now.
I thought
now.
For now. This may be the end of the chase line, and it could be still if unless she has a kid like really quick.
I want to run a long campaign for Mothership after we've done a few one shots, and your survivors are your choices for who to play, who moves on, who levels up in Mothership, and Jezebel could be the one. Yeah,
could be, maybe. So we got a couple people out there in the view land, and we were just a couple minutes late there, just because we had the technical difficulties. I always got to figure out stuff right before I do this, but I think we're all good.
I think we are. I got the thing up and video and everything. We're good to go.
Yep. So guys, if we want to go ahead and do our countdown, we'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. You know, we're watching Late Night with the Devil. There are 9 like logos that come up before the movie starts.
It's forever. I love to joke with links about all that and say like, hey, how long is this going to take? 15 minutes for all the studios involved? Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. It's like you used to say 1 or 2, but it was just like a wonderful movie, by the way. But it's like, oh my God. I mean, when we were in the theater watching it, we even laughed, me and producer Jay.
No, yeah.
Guys, if you're in the chat and you've not watched Hell House LLC, let us know in the chat. You know, we'll probably be spoiling it for you though. So. I wonder how much like inspiration, like something like the Batman, like Dark Knight Returns had on like even this kind of stuff. Because this reminds me of like Dark Knight Returns, where they were on there like in the actual comic where, you know, you had news footage and shit.
That's true. A lot of media bleed over happens, and in a really, really great way, it influences each other. Found footage definitely impacted by this.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a great opening.
I know. Dude, that Umbrella Blu-ray box set though looks beautiful.
It does.
Just $90 is like, oh. Insane has a little shout out there to you, Kevin.
Yeah. Heck yeah, love it.
I like that the icon there, Insane.
That's a very spooky, colorful bit of madness. I love it.
Yeah.
It captures a lot
Care Bears.
The care slashers. Yeah.
Had to grab me a movie snack that I literally stepped on as I was getting to go. So it's going to be kind of a crumble mess, but it's like ghoulish green.
Crumbled is still tasty in most cases.
That's true.
This movie makes me want for a classic kind of haunted house thing like that, and those are becoming more and more rare. Like this
Mhm.
year, there wasn't a big production one in town that I can
Really?
find, and it's sad.
Yeah.
In Chattanooga down here, you
Mhm.
know.
And Chattanooga's pretty happening, so if it's going to happen, it that more than likely would be a town like that.
They had a great one that they ran last year, and I don't recall seeing anything for it. Maybe I'm just out of the loop on it, but this year seems muted as far as Halloween events, and let's not have that happen. It's an important holiday, people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's green.
That is very, very green indeed.
I don't know that I've really went to too many haunted houses in my life. I remember we went to Six Flags while I was real young, and I went into one, and Dracula popped out of a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
I went straight out the entrance, embarrassed the hell out of my dad because he's having to run after me, and I'm like, I'm booking it.
Haunted houses, yeah, do have such a special place to me. I mean, they're weirdly wholesome, despite the fact that they're trying to scare the hell out of you, no matter what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's that like I don't know. They're all actors from your community and everything, and there's something nice about that a production is put on for that time of year.
Yeah.
And I love this movie because it takes that aspect and it perverses it so bad. Like there is something wrong with the haunted house aspect.
Mm-hmm. You know, Creepy J, she may or may not have snuck into the room when I was watching this the very first time.
Yeah. This is such a whole good series. We won't get into the aspects of which ones are the high and the low things, but this whole series is worth paying attention to up to this day, especially the last release.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll recommend the most recent Hell House so well. He's a character in the later movies too. I
Okay.
like his investigative nature.
So the director, writer for it, he does the whole series, right?
As far as I know, yes. Anything going forward, I'm not sure about because that's a lot for one person to do. And
Yeah.
if the aspect of it gets big enough, you want multiple people handling it. the not only found footage but the news sort of compilation footage and interview thing they do in the beginning of this movie makes it feel very real. They carry that over in the second movie a lot, but it's so effective here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No way, buddy. No way you're going down those stairs.
You know, like stuff like true crime is such a popular thing these days. You know,
Mhm.
you would think, you know, movies like this should definitely be gaining traction for
Yeah,
that crowd.
I would think it is a weird, like the fan groups don't mesh a whole lot for some reason sometimes
Mhm.
because I don't know, some people like the being able to watch the trial aspect afterwards,
Yeah, yeah.
which is weird to me, but
It's also nice how they have different style cameras, you know.
yeah, exactly. That lends to the fact that these are cobbled together from different multimedia things
Yeah.
as far as lighting, DPI, stuff like that. It's all very
Mhm.
different. And for an indie production to utilize different cameras and stuff, even if a lot of those cameras can be done on a phone, is very
Mhm.
impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, very good lighting on her in the background.
Yeah.
Like clearly a light put on the floor behind the chair, but still in a good way. Mhm. I love the cut from all this ominous news footage to just people goofing off. And it's that situational irony where the audience knows what's going to happen, but the people in the story do not. It's great.
Yeah. Ah, Escape from New York.
No,
Gotta love road trips where you're going somewhere and everybody starts like grating on everybody else's nerves because it's been a while since I've been on one of those, but
yeah, that's sort of it's taken down now because I mean, like Google Maps is so precise usually.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you've got the map printed out for MapQuest like 15 years ago or so. That's how I got lost on the way to a club in Atlanta for a show.
I remember we would go by like every year as we went to Dragon Con. Even if we were
Mhm.
coming from the same place, we would still stop by a rest area and get them to draw it, get them to they'll take a map. I
Yeah.
don't know if they even still do this. They'll take a map and they'll just highlight what you need to do to get there. And every year we do it, even though it's like, shouldn't we remember that by now?
It's kind of like for Dragon Con, it's like PSTD burned into our brains. I can tell you how to get 2 different hotels in downtown Atlanta because of trial by fire, especially the time that they were doing construction around the usual parking lot into the Westin, and I drove around 6 or 7 times before I figured out, oh, this weird little unmarked place is how I get into the parking. It was fun,
Yeah.
but fun's in quotation marks, just like these
Yeah.
guys are going to have when they get in here. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Paul.
it's the standard horror protagonists don't know what they're doing and are going to end up dead. But I guess given the scenario, they want creepy, they want rundown, they want unsettling stuff already present in the building. So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Would I fall for this the same way they did in their position? Yes. So that means a relatable protagonist set. That's actually
Yeah.
good, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mm, yeah, not boiling in glasses. And then of course that means they stay there tonight.
Damn right.
When someone says we're absolutely not staying in this creepy ass location, it, you know,
You
of
know
course,
that's what's gonna happen.
what thing's gonna happen? Yeah, to make you have to. Hmm. This movie's not too bad about the shaky cam thing
Mhm.
that a lot of found footage movies have. This doesn't have a dizzying aspect to when people are running somewhere.
Yeah.
And they always do a good job of representing the dichotomy between above basement and, you know, the basement, which is a centerpiece for this place.
Yeah.
I promise. I gotta say, this basement looks awfully clear of spider webs and dust. You've been in any basement, you know it does not look that clean.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. No, very true.
I've
Very
got a
true.
network of spiders in my basement.
Shoot, there's a part of our entryway. It's so high. It's like trying to get it up there and get clear the cobwebs is a damn chore.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. I love little bastards. Just when I need to get down to the basement, it's tough. I to break their webs, but you know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure producer Jamie will not go to another haunted house because she had a traumatic experience at one back when we lived in Alabama.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Was it
Eh,
was it an actor getting too handsy or was it
Yeah. Yeah. She was
oh
dressed up as, well, a bassist for a band that also got too handsy. But she was dressed in like this little skirt thing. It's like a little. Just imagine, like, from the '60s, the go-go dancer top
yeah,
skirt.
yeah.
She was wearing something like that and went into a haunted house, and someone got really too handsy with her.
Well, that's unfortunate. Usually it's the other way around where people assault the workers. It's shitty that some person was a creep towards
Yeah.
her though. If she ever gets the gumption up to, they are a lot of fun. I'll say that, but
I,
I totally understand.
I wonder if Creepy J will do one. we did
Absolutely. I
we
feel
did
like,
a yeah. You feel like
yeah, like whatever age is appropriate to, you know, to bring people into that, do it.
she's definitely into scaring everyone.
I feel like she'd have such a fun time in one of those where it's like, hey, just tell her, hey, people are going to jump out and try to scare you, okay? So then, you know, she's going to try to do the same thing. That's great. I would kill to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is something me and my partner quote all the time. It's like the dude going, "Hey, welcome to Lewis's cabin." It is a thing we say all the time from this movie. You got to say it in the most New York accent possible.
Yeah.
You know, having watched more of these movies, the insidious nature of the location that does what it does to people here.
Hmm.
Not in too major spoilers. Do you think how the location, the hotel is happy to let people have these nice bonding experiences here, so it has something to prey off of later?
That makes
If you have a
sense.
predatory location in a horror movie, do they not typically play back locate like fun times from those places? I think that's part of it, is it needs those locations to fuel what it's doing.
They maybe they even feed off of the happiness that they experience in the bonding ship.
Yeah.
They feed off of that just to get what they want out of it as well whenever they do their thing. That's a interesting view.
Yeah. If you consider it a haunting via a malevolent force, there's something controlling it
Yeah.
and puppeting the people as opposed to just spirits repeating a certain places. I just gotta wonder, what does that place smell like? It's gotta smell like abandoned building,
God, I
right?
know.
And they're just around it all the time. They probably get used to it, but like,
Light some candles, guys.
right, yeah. I guess it's because it's been abandoned for a fair number of years. They say that in the intro, long enough to smell like, well, an abandoned place,
Hmm.
closed up. So just woody and,
Guys, if you're just joining us, we're at 25 minutes in. If you want to kind of get a timestamp of where we're at.
yep, yep. Old Hector. Hmm.
Whoa, bro.
That little tune he plays is funny when you think about it in the context of the whole series. That tune is repeated, and that tune is part of the meta plot of Hell House.
Yeah.
Is this just because it's the first movie and they didn't think about it and they thought, oh, it's a creepy tune, let's reuse it? Or is that supposed to matter? I can't remember if they pull him into it or not later.
Hmm. Dude, look behind you.
I love the little subtle horror movies have done such a good job of making me stare at negative space in a shot now.
Oh, I know. I know.
Like, I'm like, and the ones that don't do anything put you on edge. You're like, what? Nothing happened. Why did nothing happen? That's like wonderful directing.
Oh yeah.
Like
Everything looked really
any
good there too.
anything you can accomplish in a single shot, no camera movement is wonderful like that.
Hmm.
That's like a set piece on a play. It's great.
Perv alert.
It's a horror movie. You gotta, I mean, also, if they don't dress or act promiscuous, why do they deserve to die?
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
classic horror movie thing, right? But of course, it's also someone creeping on somebody in this
Yeah.
case. So zooming in a lot there, buddy.
Hmm.
Okay.
She's like, somebody's watching me.
For real. Hmm.
Damn.
I wonder if we're ever going to get detail on that from the future Abaddon Hotel tapes that they're coming
Mhm.
out with later. Like a series of things related to this location.
Is it going to be like audio files to
I
listen
think it's going to be
to? Or-
video. I think it's going to be a show, like little short.
Okay.
From what I understand, it's going to be short episodes. Some of them backstory things too, like in the past. No rumors, nothing.
According to the neighborhood kids, our house is haunted.
Dude, that's a nice flex, though. I bet you guys love that.
Yeah. It's probably because when the neighborhood kids come in, they see like Pinhead on the wall and shit like that. And like, ugh, it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, but like, come on, kids. What is haunted? Like,
Oh, Paul.
so nice. Man. Every name you hear in this movie comes up later in the franchise, so these are seeds to like follow, and like it's
a lot
great
of lore.
stuff. It's good world building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is exciting whenever, they will, especially an independent film like this,
Mhm.
they took that much time and that much love of developing like all that
Yeah.
lore and story.
I know they didn't have the success and the prospect of making more stuff when they made this first movie. They made the second movie shortly after, which is a very direct follow up to the leads they plant in this,
Hmm.
which is why it doesn't feel like a very separate whole movie, is my criticism of it, because they didn't expect to have a whole franchise thing with this. But now they do, and it's great that they're following up on the stuff that they planted in their own narrative, because they wanted a feature rich narrative making this movie.
Yeah.
Like, even if it was ever going to be a single movie, no sequels, they planted stuff in it to make it feel real. I love
Yeah.
that. Mhm. I would kill for a 1-to-1 mannequin of one of those clowns
Yeah.
just to set in the house,
Yeah.
just to elf on the shelf, move them every few weeks onto the
Hmm.
couch somewhere, you know?
I love the lighting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, different rooms get different colors, and I guess it's
Yeah.
part of the haunted house they're testing, but you wonder, do they not have regular lighting in there to look at everything, or
I
are
know.
they going off their own haunted house lighting? Maybe.
Yeah.
It's so ramshackle, the place they're putting together, you know? This is this is a I recall this being a great sequence. This movie makes great use of negative space on truly black light. You see nothing but the two steps there.
Hmm. That battle axe that's serious business right there.
Right? What prop is that for?
I
To look
don't
like,
know.
oh, whew, people that can do that is,
Yeah, that's
I wore contacts for years. I can rub my eye, but I can't pop it out.
hell no.
No.
Ah. Yeah, this movie definitely makes me want to go to a haunted house.
This and The Houses That October Built,
Hmm.
very also a found footage movie. It came out around the same time. Um, it reinvigorated my love of haunted house attractions and just the Halloween shtick that's so fun.
Yeah.
Not for these people, but for everyone else.
Yeah.
Like,
guess the last thing I went to was in Oak Ridge, or between Knoxville and Oak Ridge. There's
Mhm.
these caves. It's like you go off.
Yeah.
I guess it's like whatever Western Avenue turns into, like Oak Ridge
Oak Ridge
Highway,
Turnpike. Yeah.
Turnpike. Well, whatever
Yeah.
it is. There's like these caves, and so we went to those. This was like when we first moved up here, like in '99, maybe.
Mhm.
Um, it was interesting.
Yeah, that whole little middle area between Oak Ridge and Knoxville, where Turnpike turns into Western, is Wild West territory kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty creepy. I went to a supposedly haunted house with a friend there years ago. Like an abandoned haunted house, like a real place. And I'm a skeptic, so I went in and he was freaking the hell out. And I was like, it's cold, guys, because it's October. Like, deal with it.
Yeah,
It's not haunted, but it was creepy. An abandoned place like that. It was a nice experience.
yeah,
Probably technically trespassing, but that's why I'm not saying an exact location.
yeah, yeah.
You know. The third clown that's in the shadows never gets the love the other two do.
Yeah.
It never gets showcased later on like the other two.
I mean that clown design is really cool.
Yeah, it's simple. I mean, obviously, I don't know if they probably put the blood on there for the effect.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've seen recently how a simple clown design can be very marketable and very effective and terrifier, though.
True, true.
Black and white, the way to go.
Yeah,
Highlights the red.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Just being creepy, guys. Just
Yeah.
foreshadowing. That's all.
Calling something Hell House here in the Bible Belt probably wouldn't go over so well.
I would you'd think it depends on the place. I think that would go over well in bluer cities. Tennessee is a red state by default, but there are blue cities.
Yeah,
I'm happy to say that mostly where I live seems bluer than, so we're purple. We're probably not blue all the way, but we're purple,
yeah,
which I'll take it. But controversy breeds popularity, so maybe someone place should, like you're saying.
yeah. Strobe lights.
Mhm.
I hadn't had a strobe light since I was 18.
They've got that set on a low frequency, way too low to see where
Yeah,
you're going. I get
yeah.
the testing part and I get the creepy factor, but
Wait, what did I just see? That kind of thing.
yeah, that thing, yeah. Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, you want to just stop recording before you?
Oh, give us it. Give us the puke.
The little mini puke stream we got.
Mm-hmm.
Movies that review still footages of stuff they've recorded, especially found footage, have great effect. They do it a little bit here. A movie
Mm-hmm.
that does it a lot is Lake Mundo. It's
Oh,
a
I don't
found
think I've
footage
seen that
movie
one.
that you should watch about a girl that dies and her diaries elicit that she's being haunted by something, and that's all you need to know. Very
Mm-hmm.
good found footage movie.
Okay.
But that reminded me of that, the little thing we just saw. Mhm.
Sorry, I'm using you as a bouncing board off of the sequels, but since I've not seen them yet, the sequels, are they all set in the future? Are there any like prequels
There's
or?
I I don't think the fourth movie that
Mm-hmm.
has a different title than just a numerical sequel. I don't think so. A prequel. It has the possibility to be. So I won't say for sure. It's independent from the timeline here.
Okay.
The second and third movie are all in a straight timeline, though. The second movie takes place pretty immediately after and some parts before this because it's a
Okay. Yeah.
compilation of stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the third one is an independent story that takes place after this, which is very good. If I have
Mhm.
to pick a weak point out, it's the second because of the format of it. It's still worth
Okay.
watching for the lore. Mhm. You like you wouldn't be asking who did this. Please don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Don't move the
No.
mannequins around. Like the series does such a great job of building up the dread and lore of the basement itself. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So they're being creepy again.
yeah, just leave that there. Getting her Blair Witch on.
And got some backwards talk in there.
Yeah. You're not, but you know.
Somebody just slip her the brown acid.
Something. We get a question of like, why are you filming? No found footage movie is complete without at least one or two questions of why are you filming right now?
Yeah, no, for sure. You could probably make a drinking game out of it.
Honestly, for on head or body cam things, you can make the case that you would keep it on, but once shit hits the fan and stuff gets really horrifying in a given horror movie,
Yeah.
why would you keep holding a camera, especially where like you're shooting from a perspective? I feel like
Yeah.
instinctively everyone would drop said thing. Man, the level of light, the low yellow tinted light of their stuff is so good on the old furniture.
Mm-hmm.
The wallpaper being antique and not pure white, it's cream or egg color, also makes everything look, yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
that very old restaurant aesthetic everyone's been to,
Yeah.
you know, where everything is wood paneling and yellow wallpaper, or yellowed, wasn't originally. I love that. So mhm. Mhm. No shit. You get that same negative space shot, yellow, right? Yeah,
Yep.
that
You just gotta
hallway.
keep an eye on it.
No, I will. You might not, but I will. That ah,
There you go.
yep.
Look behind you.
Situational irony, where the audience knows, but the subject does not. Okay, so he sees. Yeah, I can't remember if he sees there. I get the natural instinct to hide under a cover, but when has that ever helped anybody?
No, fuck, I know.
It's a very human/animal instinct to just hide. I get why kids do it. It's wired into us, but I say that I'd probably, who knows if I do the same in the same situation. Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Yeah, such a
Good jump
good,
scare.
subtle. That's how you do a jump scare,
Yeah.
with a slight uptick in the volume. You don't blast sound at people. It's
Yep.
great. It's like, gee, where'd guy go? Where'd he go?
Like the whole time they're sitting there, you're looking at the sheet, and you're like, you just want peek out. Is it gone? Is it gone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another good movie that handles like the whole found footage is Paranormal Activity.
Of for sure.
Yeah, they
Several. Yeah, dude. Paranormal Activity was early 2000s when it came out. This was a few years later. I feel like this kicked this. The first movie did not, but the resurgence, the popularity of this series kicked off what I would feel like is a newer, the last 2-3 years, resurgence of found footage horror movies.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity created that, along with, well, Blair Witch was first, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then we had Paranormal Activity several years later. So every few years you get a blip on the found footage radar that spikes.
Yeah.
I
There's
think
one called like Grave Encounters. Is that what it's called?
Grave Encounters. I like that movie. Okay. A lot of people, this is just my opinion. Without spoiling too much, the plot makes it to where it's not as scary for me.
Mm-hmm.
Once the movie has played its hand and you know totally what's going on, it isn't as scary. The on-screen stuff is decent, but the meta matters a lot to me as why something is scary. That's my opinion on it. Like, it does have some neat effects, if a little cheap CG looking, couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
It wears when it was made on shoulder.
Yeah, I think Paranormal Activity has it will get you engaged to, like, you're sitting there and it gets intense at moments, and you're like, I don't even want my feet on the ground. I just kind of
Did you watch that? Yeah, did you watch that in theaters?
Unfortunately, no. I was a part of the oh fuck this movie crowd, and
I get it.
I had no clue.
I and my partner did, and it was the subtle bass noises that start up when there's paranormal stuff on screen. You feel that in your body because of the deep bass in the theater. That was so good. I hope they do a rerun of the first Paranormal Activity in theater, so you get to go watch it there.
Oh, I would definitely do that. I feel the movie Deadstream was very cool.
Yes, good horror comedy.
Yeah, it's like the Evil Dead 2 of found footage movies.
It was very Evil Dead feeling because it was a kind of a comedic thing, and yeah.
And that, would you even call it found footage? That's kind of the
found footage, streaming footage.
Yeah,
it doesn't have the old tape feel, but it does have the dynamic on the person cam feel. So I call it that. Yeah. Technology is redefining what found footage means, I guess. But
true.
I call that.
True.
I still call that found footage.
Yeah,
I think. I love a good negative space and audio shot like they have here in the movie several times. They pan to a black screen. You still hear them breathing. Good stuff.
Speaking of the breathing along with when he was hiding under the sheet earlier, his breathing plus knowing what was on the other side. I mean, that gets your anxiety going.
Yeah, because you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm blind, just like they are.
Yep.
Mhm. Someone with logic. Again, that third clown, the very colorful one, doesn't get as much love in the later things. It's the first two that get singled out. And they are the creepier ones, but still. Mm-hmm.
Now Paul's gonna act weird.
Yeah.
It's his turn. Yeah. Somebody's gonna clip that of me getting scared on stream here.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's a good clip, to be fair.
Yeah.
If you can get scared by something, it's a high mark, man.
I know, and I dig that shit. I like getting scared.
Yeah, and it's tough when you're a veteran to horror stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing phases you after a bit.
Insane. Now that girl will get scared watching the same movie she's seen 27 times.
I think that's a gift. I think that's a gift, man. If I could have the same reaction to watch movies I've watched tons before, that would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could do that. Is this the guy does he just straight up leave? That's so me vibe? Because seriously,
Mm-hmm.
just be super angry and leave. Because anger is how you cover up how afraid you are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's sitting there still filming you, Tony.
Hmm. Oh, that old VHS blur over. There's a website where you can go to make that artificially on any image or video. I need to share that with you because it's so good.
That's cool.
It's good for like any application, but
cool, yeah.
why are they recording? I gotta ask.
I mean, the shot's cool. You get to see the
Yeah.
swaying grass, hearing the wind, the birds.
Yeah, it's this very like you're outdoors, everything is safe shot, and where they go back to the
Yeah,
hotel, everything's claustrophobic. Again,
yeah.
claustrophobic close shots make things so good. John Carpenter proved that to a point in Halloween, the way that shots get closer and closer to the victim as the movie goes on.
Hmm.
Let me take care of a technical thing real quick, Doug. BRB. Super
Okay.
quick.
All right. I mean, that scarecrow is pretty epic. Eh? It's got like a little pumpkin head. Guys, we are 1 hour and 6 minutes into the movie. You're watching along.
All right. Sorry, audio was doubling for me for a second and I had to check something.
Okay, yeah.
Gotta love technology.
It's good and bad. Abaddon. Abaddon. It was a character, a D&D character. I don't remember if it was Trent or Mikey. One of them had a character named Abaddon in our old Curse of Strahd campaign.
It's a popular kind of edgy name. So I
Yeah,
bet
yeah.
Abaddon's I think a devil in Christian mythology or
Well, that would make
stuff.
sense for Mikey because I think he was a tiefling.
That makes sense then. The name has some weight in this franchise, but I mean, as far as D&D, yep, I can put money down on a tiefling character being called that for sure. Mm-hmm. Come on, buddy.
You can do it, Paul.
I believe in you, Paul. That's kind of a vibe. Like on the second floor, hanging out by the sign.
Oh yeah, yeah, it definitely is.
You have to forget how haunted this place is before you're like, okay, this is a neat place, you know? Man, I love haunted houses like that so much.
All this shit, and they're going to do it anyway.
I mean, they threw everything they had into it, so
Yeah.
and if they're not super convinced like the guy that left, why not, right? I mean, I'd probably be one of the skeptical people getting killed in this scenario, so I can't say shit. I can't say anything. Yep. Just make it a little more what's the age thing on this? Anyway, just stay in the basement with the clowns. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
See, my mind's hyperactive. It's always thinking this and that and this and that.
Mhm.
Always get myself worked up. No, I couldn't do it. Once
Man,
had to
that's got to
have
be a
an
stressful job looking at all the cameras and
yeah.
identifying where something's going wrong. If something's going wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think about all the haunted house employees that have gotten assaulted and hurt by customers just punching them in the face or just acting dumb. And
Yeah.
you got to be able to tell that apart from regular people jumping out activity on the cameras. It can't look that different, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there was a teenage girl that got hurt by someone in the Knoxville or area, I think, with a haunted Knoxville greater area with a haunted house where some guy like knocked her real hard because he got scared. And what's wrong with you, guy? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like a 14-year-old girl volunteering at or working at a haunted house. People are people, man.
Creepy J, if you want to go to a haunted house. Oh no, you're too young probably to go to a haunted house right now.
To go to one, it depends on the haunted house.
I think I was around 9 whenever they took me into that one that I ended up getting scared and running out the entrance.
I'll say that the ones that we go to around here are not. I think Jay can handle them.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. And that they're fun. They're goofy. They're like, yeah. Usually sites will tell you if it's not advisable for children or something, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I would dig going down to like Orlando to Universal Studios.
Oh, we want to do that so bad with the haunt actors walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Plus, I got to be honest, if I'm choosing a destination for Florida, it's not Disney, it's Orlando Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not much in the rides, you know, but
no.
the other things, like with an amusement park, it's pretty fun.
I do love a good put your heart in your throat roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
My partner does not. They do not
like
like that. I do. I love roller coasters, but yeah.
Not for me.
They're an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm. He's just sitting there holding the arm the whole time.
Yeah, just holding the arm the whole time. Just,
holding that.
Yeah.
Like the sounds to this movie, I guess what you would consider what soundscape or whatever's going on.
Yeah, no, the audio
design.
production. I wonder how they ported that in, are they hearing all that from the command station? Because that's, I
Yeah,
figure each
yeah.
camera has sound on it. But then again, how are you going to identify a problem over the standard haunted house screaming?
True. Atomic Snack Bar. His theme park sense was tingling. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about some Orlando Universal Studios. Atomic Snack Bar went to like a some sort of like sci-fi. I guess was that near Disney where you went to that? He threw up a video the other day. It was really cool, like retro sci-fi.
Yeah. I think that was nears there somewhere. Yeah. The panic. Just like, what if something genuinely went wrong in a haunted house? Right?
Yeah. How would you know? Oh yeah.
There'd be a delay, and there'd be a between the people that noticed something going wrong. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so
one of the
Hollywood
Disney parks,
Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
Okay. Yeah, that my memory, and I just watched that video like last week.
Could not recall, but that's right. Yeah.
See, that's the kind of thing that's a thing I would dig, like at a theme park, is seeing things like that. And I guess if the look at the panic, dude.
You have no choice but to file out in a single line. The hallways are so skinny.
Yeah.
Just don't let me out, right? Like,
yeah, that's definitely me. And I would love to go to a theme park with you. Maybe one day we can get down there. I know Creepy J would definitely dig that.
Run upstairs, counter to horror movie logic. Do it.
Yeah.
Like,
we're just gonna go to the attic.
run up more stairs.
Just get out. I want out.
Doesn't feel like he's. Okay, yeah, we're at that portion of the movie with the cloaked figures showing.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Gray, you missed it. I definitely had a jump scare earlier.
A genuine one.
Yeah. And I've seen the movie before. But I'm like that, man. If it's been over a year since I've seen a movie, I'll it's kind of like I watch it for the first time.
Yeah, if I could have the same genuine reaction to movies I've watched multiple times each time, that'd be great. I think I did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me either. If they can pull it off and get me, I'm like, I get giddy. I do.
The buy-in is so valuable on horror movies, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get over the, the cat jumping out of the,
the ring,
closet.
yeah, the
Yeah.
false jump scare,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, sometimes I do I like it when those get me, but generally I do like it whenever they build the tension good enough and then they give you that payoff that is coming. I mean, it's coming and it
Yeah,
still gets you.
yeah, it's that heightened senses thing.
Yeah. That's the kind of thrill ride I like, is sitting in a chair watching a movie.
Just yeah.
The Darth Maul and Insidious. Yeah. He does
Yeah,
look just
that
like
was a
Darth
good
Maul.
one though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
In retrospect, like, wait, that was a Disney character that made me jump. But yeah,
Insidious. That's another series that I really dig. I'm not completely caught up. Like the Red Door, I've not seen, and then
it's
the
the
key
Red
one
Door
I've
is
not
good.
seen.
I'll say it's a good one.
And I just love those Ghostbuster dudes that come in.
Yeah, the
God.
two there. I want them to get their own series of movies,
Yeah,
even
I
if it's
like.
kind of horror comedy. They
Mhm.
can have really horrific stuff on screen while they're being funny. That
Yeah.
juxtaposition is great, actually. This ending part of the movie, if I remember correctly, seeds a lot of extra stuff for movies to come. They do a good job of sprinkling little plot points around throughout the movie in general. But
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah,
Daylight scares, definitely a flex.
it's tough to do. Yeah, you don't have the unknown element to follow.
Now, have you ever watched the Hell House LLC before?
Myself, yeah.
Oh, I was
Oh yeah.
meaning Snap Bar
Oh
there.
no. I'm curious also because
Oh yeah,
they're a treasure. Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, of course, like Paranormal Activity. I've not seen the newest one, but I mean, for the four that I've watched.
Yeah, the new one called something kin, like
Yeah,
not
I think it was.
numbered.
Yeah, it was like
Consider it not a Paranormal Activity movie. It's a very
okay.
different thing that they put the label on, I think, because the studio needed to tie it to something. It's a good
Uh,
found footage horror movie, but it has nothing to do with the other movies
okay.
at all, literally. A very good
Okay. Good.
movie.
Good to know. Good to know.
Mhm. I like it better for that, actually.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. That Hell Night. Was it Hell Night? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. No, that's a legit like Linda Blair. Yeah. That was well yeah, I think me and Trent did that one a few years ago.
Hmm.
Yet again, that sound going on there,
Hmm.
very unsettling.
Good sound production and proper lighting on a small scale is how you make a low budget horror movie work so well like this.
Hmm.
So being found footage helps because by nature it's supposed to look a certain way, and you don't you know put your pinky up and go, this looks like it was filmed on cheap equipment because it's found footage, right? So
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. I forget how much this movie ends with post stuff, like stuff after the haunted house happens
Yeah.
and like the fallout of it. That's where the second movie picks up heavy immediately with other coverage, but yeah, this being in the movie is great.
Me and producer Jamie watched Megan is Missing the other day.
Oh yeah, that movie.
Whew.
That's
That's
rough.
yeah, very rough.
I
Um,
I don't know that I ever care to watch it again personally.
yeah, I won't.
It's a
It's
little.
effective.
It is.
It's effective, and
It
mm,
takes that movie's a twist because it takes so long being so slow and there's no sense of dread to me, which is a complaint against the movie for me personally. And then they
mhm,
hit you with the shock stuff near the end, which is of course shocking and bad. But like, is that an effective horror movie? I don't know if it is or not.
yeah,
You know, it's like very slow build up and then exploitation
yeah,
right at the end.
yeah.
Or
It was a strange watch for me because it was not something I could watch from like from the beginning to the
Mhm,
end. I had to watch it in sections
I
because
bet.
when the little one came out, it went on pause. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. It's good. Good that you did that. Yeah.
It actually took 2 days to actually finish it.
So it was like a little. We watched it in one go, and it was like,
Mhm.
but either way, it's a very wow thing towards the
The,
end.
another thing, it was also on Tubi, so it got interrupted by
Commercials.
commercials. Yeah, which
I
I mean,
I wish Tubi had a way you could pay for no commercials. I would pay Tubi for no commercials.
mhm.
Right? It's one thing I would really like.
And then the amount of horror that they have on Tubi is very
It's
impressive.
great. And the variety too, stuff you can't find anywhere else. They have their own exclusive stuff they're making now.
Hmm.
Just have me pay $4 a month or something, and for no commercials, I will do it instantly. There's very few streaming things I feel are worth it anymore, but Tubi would be worth it for a pay no commercials option.
Hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh shit! There she is. Sarah's acting weird again.
Mhm. This room picks up on the second movie, if I remember correctly, or something like it.
Okay. Hmm.
They get in with their cloaked figures moving in.
Hmm. Got a little chills right there. Effective movie.
Yeah,
Oh, and there's the piano
the
part.
piano. Yeah, they carry that through, and it's yeah.
I love like just a creepy piano.
Hmm.
You know, as the subtitles just said, a haunted piano sound.
Yeah, to really sell it.
Yeah.
But no, such a good found footage movie, and one that I think deserves the praise it gets, and the sequels that come after do largely a good job. If I have to rate the different sequels, that's another time, but like
Mm-hmm.
they're not all they're not on an even plane. Like there
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
valley where the quality dips a bit.
Yep. Such an awesome movie, and I do plan on getting that box set as long as it doesn't sell out. It's kind of a stack price, and
Really,
yeah,
that'd be great
unless
though.
yeah, and you get 4 movies in there, and it's a very nice set. And Umbrella, generally, it is an Australian company,
Mhm.
so you do have to import it. So
Shipping is a fun thing. Yeah,
yeah, I do have a couple of Umbrella movies though, and they look really good. But what you going to say something?
oh no, I was just saying, yeah, no, that would be a great. I need to get into obtaining more physical media because digital media proves, as was brought up earlier, that you don't own that stuff when you know.
So true, so true. Kevin, thank you for coming on here and watching this with me. I
Absolutely,
very much enjoyed that.
it was great. Love doing
Yep,
it.
yep, and we'll definitely, if you are fancy to do another one at some point,
Let's
I'm
do it.
definitely down for it, man. Do you got anything going on? You like to shout out there?
I don't. I'm just a dude doing tabletop stuff and
Hell
loving
yeah,
horror. So yeah,
and
Doug's the one
and
with the social media presence here that's so awesome. Yeah,
um, you know, and I will try to get Kevin to say okay and Links and Chassis,
let's bring
yeah,
everybody in.
just let's do at least one mothership streaming. That would be
Oh
cool.
my god, I'm very you're okay. The gears are turning.
Yep. We'll have to figure out how to make it work, which I'm sure with our Discord we could probably make that
We
work.
can figure
And
that out. Yeah,
yeah, but that would be really cool. So I've got another pillowcase of doom coming out soon,
heck yeah.
and my next disheveled panels is going to be on this beauty right here.
Oh, okay.
This
That art alone makes me really curious about it. So
yes,
yeah,
this one caught me off guard. I had no clue about this one, and my
yeah.
comic shop dude said, "Hey, I think you might enjoy this," and you know what? He was 100% right. So I've got a review coming out for
Okay.
that soon. Um, guys, thank you all for coming out to watch us. Kevin, thank you, and as always, stay spooky and keep it disheveled.
Yes, we love it.